Hey, and welcome to IB Tips and Chips. If you're watching this, it means you've made one of the most exciting academic decisions of your life. You're joining the IB Diploma program. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. What exactly have I signed up for? And that is a completely fair question. This video will try to answer. This is the first in a series of orientation videos we've made just for you. In this one, we're going to zoom out, big picture, and give you the lay of the land. What the IB actually is, how it works, what makes it special, and what your 2 years are going to look like. After this, each of your subjects gets its own video. But for now, let's start at the beginning. The International Baccalaureate, the IB, is a globally recognized educational program designed for students aged 16 to 19. The specific qualification you're doing is called the IB Diploma Program, or IBDP for short, and it's offered in schools across more than 150 countries. But what actually makes it different from other qualifications like A levels or the American High School Diploma or National Baccalaureate? A few things. First, breadth. In the IB, you don't just specialize in 2 or 3 subjects. You study six subjects drawn from 6 different areas of knowledge. That means you're always working with both sciences and humanities, both your first language and a second language, and both mathematics and the arts. Second, depth. Some of those subjects you'll study at a deeper level than others. We'll explain exactly how that works in just a moment. And third, and this is the one that actually sets the IB apart, it's not just about content. The IB genuinely believes that education is about more than just passing exams. It wants to develop you as a thinker, as a person, as someone who understands the world in a sophisticated way. That philosophy is built into every single part of the program. Universities around the world recognize the IB diploma because they know it means something. It means a student who holds it can think critically, work independently, and bring genuine intellectual curiosity to their studies. And that's why IB graduates consistently perform well at university and beyond. Now, the structure. Let's look exactly at how the IB is built. It has 2 main parts, your 6 subjects and what's called the core. Let's take them one at a time. Your 6 subjects come from 6 different groups. Every IB student, everywhere in the world, studies one subject from each group. The groups are Group 1, studies in language and literature. These are your stronger languages, studied in depth. Group 2 is language acquisition, a second language. Group 3 is individuals and societies, subjects like history, economics, geography, psychology, or business. Group 4 is sciences, biology, chemistry, physics, computer science. Group 5 is mathematics, and you'll choose between different math courses depending on your level and direction. And Group 6, the arts. Or if you prefer, you can replace the arts group with an additional subject from another group. 6 groups, 6 subjects, one from each. And that's a framework. Here's where the depth comes in. Of your 6 subjects, 3 of them you'll study at higher level, HL, and 3 at standard level, SL. HL subjects have more content, more teaching hours, and often have additional exam papers or coursework requirements. SL is still more rigorous and meaningful, but it covers a narrower scope. The rule is simple, 3HL, 3SL. You choose which subjects you want to take higher. Typically, you'll choose HL in subjects that align with what you want to study at university, or subjects where you genuinely have a passion and strength. Now the core. On top of your 6 subjects, every IB student must also complete what's called the core. The core has 3 components, and this is what really makes the IB unique. These are things no other qualification at this level requires in the same way. First, the extended essay. The extended essay, or EE, is a 4,000-word independent research paper on the subject of your choice. You pick a research question, you investigate it over several months, you write up your findings, and it's marked externally by the IB. It's basically a mini dissertation. For many students, it's one of the most genuinely satisfying pieces of work they do in the program because it's entirely yours. The EE can be written in most IB subjects, and your school will assign you a supervisor to guide you through the process. Starting early and choosing a question you're genuinely curious about makes an enormous difference. Now, theory of knowledge, or TOK. It is unlike anything you thoroughly studied before. It's a philosophy course, in a sense, but focused specifically on knowledge itself. How do we know what we know? What makes something a fact? How do different disciplines, science, history, math, or art, construct knowledge differently? And are there things we can know for certain? TOK is assessed through two things: an internally assessed exhibition, where you connect TOK concepts to real world objects or situations, and an externally assessed essay on a prescribed title. Like the EE, it contributes to those bonus points. Students often find TOK confusing at first, and that's completely normal. Lean into the conversations, be willing to question things we thought were obvious, and you'll get a lot out of it. And now, creativity, activity, and service, or CAS. CAS is a component that ensures the IB diploma is about more than just academic performance. Every student must engage in a program of activities across three strands: creativity, things like music, drama, visual art, or design; activity, like physical pursuits, sport, dance, and anything that gets moving; and service, working with and for your community, helping others, contributing something beyond yourself. CAS isn't graded, it's a pass or fail component, but it is required. There is no diploma without CAS, and the goal isn't just to tick boxes. The IB wants you to reflect meaningfully on what you're learning through your CAS experiences. The reflection is as important as the activity. CAS runs across both years of the program. Your school will have a CAS coordinator who will guide you through requirements. Start early, diversify your activities, and don't leave it until year two, please. Now, grades and scoring. Let's talk grades. In the IB, each subject is graded on a scale from 1 to 7. 7 is the highest, 1 is the lowest. You have 6 subjects, so the maximum you can score from your subjects alone is 42 points. Then there are the bonus points from your extended essay and theory of knowledge combined, up to 3 additional points. So the maximum possible diploma score is 45. To be awarded the diploma, you need a minimum of 24 points overall, with certain conditions. For example, you can't have a grade 1 in any subject and you need to pass CAS. You also cannot score an E on either EE or TOK. In practice, what counts as a good score it varies by university and country. A score of 38 plus is generally considered very strong for competitive university programs. But even a score of 28 or 30 achieved honestly and with good spread opens doors that other qualifications don't. Now, the EE and TOK can add up to a total of 3 points, as seen as in this matrix. Also, we can see that if in any of the two examinations you get an E, that will be an automatic fail. Now, the IB experience. We want to be honest with you here. The IB is genuinely demanding. We're not going to pretend otherwise. Most IB students, when they look back, say that year one is about finding your feet. You're adjusting to a new level of academic challenge, new ways of being assessed, and new kinds of thinking across multiple subjects simultaneously. And that transition takes time. Year 2 is more intense. You're writing your EE, completing your TOK essay, finishing coursework from multiple subjects, and preparing for final exams that happen all at once in May. It's a bit ask. And yet, the overwhelming majority of IB graduates say that it was worth it. Not just for the university places that it opened up, but for what it did to them as thinkers and as people. The skills you develop, managing your time, working independently, thinking across disciplines, writing with precision, those stay with you. Here's the honest advice from people who've been through it. First, start your extended essay research in the first few months of year one, not year two, year one. Build consistently study habits from September. The students who coast in year one and try to catch up in year two almost always struggle. Stay on top of your coursework deadlines. Every subject has an internal assessment, a piece of work done during the course. Leaving multiple IAs until the last minute is a recipe for burnout. Use your 2K lessons. Don't zone out. The skills it teaches, questioning assumptions, evaluating evidence, arguing precisely, are actually useful in every other subject. Don't neglect CAS. It's easy to push it aside when academic pressure builds, but it's also genuinely good for your well being. Keep it going. Find your people. The IB community in your school will understand what you're going through in a way that friends outside the program may not. Lean on each other. Sleep. Seriously. Chronic sleep deprivation makes you worse at studying, worse at retaining information, and worse at everything else you do. Protect your sleep. Now, these are key reminders on the structure of the IB. And please pin this slide or screenshot it. It's very useful once you start IB and you're so lost you don't know what you're doing. And that's your big picture overview. You know now what the IB is, how it's structured, and what the core components require, how grading works, and what to expect from the experience ahead. Next up, each of your subjects gets its own video. Those go deep. Syllabus content, assessment breakdown, added guidance, exam tips, all of it. Whenever you're ready to dive in, they're waiting for you. Good luck and welcome to the IB. We think you're gonna be glad we did this.